GunDunGoDoPaTa. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm Kalani, and this is World Drum Club. And in this lesson, we're going to be looking at several things. One is rhythm box notation, right down here. I'll explain it. We're also going to be looking at the GunDunGoDoPaTa. What? The GunDunGoDoPaTa system. And we're going to be looking at some iconography for drum sounds, some drum tone iconography. Super exciting, you guys. Welcome. So let's get right into it. The rhythm box notation, which is right below here, right over here, that is a fairly common alternative notation system for notating rhythms. Sometimes it's called time rhythm box. Sometimes it's just called rhythm box or box notation. So take your pick. And it's essentially making a table, right? A series of boxes that represent the different beats and subdivisions of beats in a bar or in a cycle of rhythm. In this case, you can see we've got 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got the ands indicated in between those. So we've got 8 boxes for 4 main beats, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So 8 boxes, and then we can put things in those boxes to represent different sounds and different rhythms. You know, when, of course, if there's something in the box, then that would mean there's a sound there. If there's nothing in the box, it's a rest, right? Nothing happening. All right, so let's look at the GunDunGoDoPaTa method before we move on. That is a separate thing. It's not tied to the rhythm box notation. Sometimes it is used in conjunction with it. Sometimes it's not. So I want to be clear that I am pulling a few things into this lesson just to give you a lot of information in one place. But the GunDunGoDoPaTa system is one that was developed by and popularized by Babatunde Olatunji, who is a Nigerian singer, musician, drumming enthusiast. He has a few albums. You can look him up. The first one is called Drums of Passion, and then they had one called Drums of Passion, the Beat. Babatunde Olatunji taught all over the United States and all over the world for a while. He used this system of vocables. So when we talk about gundun, we're talking about a vocalization of a drum sound, similar to maybe what they do in from India, where they use konakol or sulkatu, where they're imitating a drum sound with a vocal sound, right? In this system, there's 3 tones that we're going to be looking at: the bass tone, the open tone, and the slap tone. I'm going to play softly. Three basic tones like we have on the djembe, and then we're going to be looking at 6 different vocal sounds, because each tone can be played with right or left, right or left hand. So we've got different tones, and the thing I like about the system is that you know which hand you're using. Instead of just saying bass, tone, slap, you could say gun, go, do, pa. And then the additional information that you have in there, in addition to which tone you're playing, is you also have which hand are you using for which tone. So it carries with it not just the tones, but also which hand, right or left. And of course, this system is right hand oriented. If you're left-handed, you would just kind of switch right for left and left for right. All right. One more thing on the system, I want to be clear that the GunDunGoDoPaTa method is not a African system. It is a Babatunde Olatunji system. Babatunde Olatunji is from Nigeria. The djembe is not native to Nigeria. He did play some large drums that were sort of like big ashikos, or what we might call a makuta drum. They weren't makuta drums, but it was just a giant kind of conical, big cylindrical conical shaped drum. And people have adopted this system for use largely in teaching djembe and djembe-related rhythms. But this system did not originate in djembe culture. It did not originate in West Africa. It was, something that Babatunde Olatunji sort of came up with, and then he popularized it. He happens to be from Nigeria, but it is not a quote unquote West African or African notation or vocable system. Just you can look it up more later, but I just wanted to clarify that. So GunDunGoDoPaTa. So let's review. GunDun is right, left on the bass, right? GunDun, GunDun, right, left. GunDun, GunDun, GunDun. Go-do is open tones. Go, do, go, do, right, left, right, left. Pa-ta, same thing. Slap tone. Pa-ta, pa-ta, right, left, right, left. All right, so now we've got that established. If you need more time to absorb that, go back and watch it again. Let's move on. And I want to show you what it would look like if we had a rhythm. Now that we're putting in a specific rhythm into our time rhythm box notation, and we're using the GunDunGoDoPaTa system at the same time. I'm also adding rights and lefts below, just an R or an L. That's also kind of common. Of course, it's redundant in this case because the GunDunGoDoPaTa also gives us that information, but I'm just giving it to you here to support this learning process and show you an example of maybe an intermediate step to help people remember which hand to use. And like I mentioned earlier, if you're left-handed, then you would sort of swap this because, why is that important? Because usually when we're playing rhythms, the main beats we're going to play with our dominant hand, in this case our right hand if we're right-handed, and then your left hand if you're left-handed. So if you are left-handed, kind of left dominant person, you're going to play your main beats with your left hand. So that would be the the gun go pa. Gun go pa would be your main hand. It's not just a matter of right and left because we're also going to be playing these rhythms in a specific way with our dominant hand on the downbeats for the most part. So you want to make sure you understand that before you just switch over, or you don't switch over and you learn these, with the other hand. Does that make sense to you guys? So because we're playing most of the downbeats with our dominant hand, in this case, right, you see that there's four notes, four hits in this particular rhythm pattern. Here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now, why wouldn't we split it up, with two rights and two lefts? Because we've got, these are all on main beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I mentioned a second ago, we're playing those main beats with our lead hand, with our dominant hand. For the most part, this is not a hard and fast rule. It's just a general tendency. And that one upbeat, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. That's an upbeat. We're going to use our other hand for that. And also because it's right after one of the downbeats. So we're certainly not going to do a double, right? We're not going to do that. All right, so we've got gun go do pa, gun go do pa, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Right, right, left, right, 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 left, right, 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 left, right, 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 left. Gun go do pa, gun go do pa, gun go do pa, gun go do pa. All right, so if you see gun go do pa, you know which tones you're playing, right? And you know which hands you're playing those tones with. All right, let's now move on. And I'm going to add these icons. And this is also a separate thing. These are not all related. In fact, if you use GunDunGoDoPaTa, you don't really need to use anything else. You just need to figure out a way to space them out. You could place those in rhythm boxes. Sometimes people just put a dash or space in between there, and that's usually enough. So I'm adding the icons here so you can see how they would also represent certain tones. I'm using, in this case, a diamond. It's a filled-in diamond. Sometimes I use a hollow diamond. Depends on the notation and what's available in the software that I'm using. In this case, I'm using diamonds for bass. I'm using a circle, filled in circle, solid circle for open tones. And I'm using a star for pa-ta, for the slaps. Because to me, these represent pretty much kind of the qualities of the sounds. You can decide which icons you want to use, or maybe your teacher or you have a book or resource and they've used some different icons. People use different icons. These are not, there's not one set of icons that is universally used, but there are some tendencies out there, and you can do some research on that and decide which ones you want to gravitate towards. All right, I've matched the icons with the sounds in the notation right here. So if you focus on just the icons right now, you can kind of see how that works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gun, go, do, pa, gun. Diamond, tone, tone, star, diamond, circle, circle, star. I could say dot maybe. Diamond, dot, dot, star, diamond, dot, dot, star. All right. Okay, now the last thing I want to show you notation-wise is that if I wanted to completely move away from now the GunDunGoDoPaTa, and instead of having those syllables, those vocables in my rhythm box notation, I could do this, which is just the icons with the right-left indicators. So an R for right, left for L for left. This would also be a possibility if you just wanted to use rhythm box with icons and also indicate which hand goes where when, right? And you don't have to put right left. A lot of people do include right left, so you'll see 3 total lines. You'll have the beats, you'll have the tones, and you'll have which hand goes where, right? Which hand are we using for the tones? Now, there's other ways you could, maybe you change the icons so that, for example, you could do whatever you want, but for example, you might have a solid black icon for right, and you could go with a gray icon for left, right? So then that would indicate that. Or you could have hollow, hollow, like an outline for left and a solid for right. Whatever, there's different ways that you can indicate right and left. I think some people have also put an outline around the actual box so that dominant hand or right hand boxes get a little thicker border around them. There's all sorts of things you guys can do to create indicators for not just tones, but also for which hand goes where. All right, in this case, I'm just putting right and left next to the rhythm or underneath the icons. So let's just practice looking at this and reading. You can play along with me or tap along in your lap, whatever you have. You don't need a drum right now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bass, tone, tone, slap. Bass, tone, tone, slap. And of course, the last thing, and I don't have an example of this, but you can easily imagine it, is that you could substitute B and T and S for those icons. So you could go completely text if you want, and you would have B, T, T, S with R, R, L, R under it. And you could, not use the GunDunGoDoPaTa or the icons. You can just do text only. But that's a lot in this video, you guys. I want to thank you all for joining me today. And if you have any questions or comments, or you have any helpful tips or information to add, you can do that below. Of course, we are community supported at patreon.com/Kalani. I will provide a handout, a PDF of all the notation you just saw for patrons at patreon.com/Kalani. I'll leave that in the description below. Thanks for drumming. Make sure you get your World Drum Club swag below at Teespring. That helps support the channel, and it makes you look even cooler. Is that even possible? I'm not sure it is. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time.